So today I'm just literally going to go through the simple marketing strategy that business owners are using to scale to 6 figures and beyond. You'll have to excuse me, I'm a little bit ill today, but I'm going to get through this and it should be a decent bit of value for you. So does this sound familiar to you? So new leads come in, you make a sale, and then all of a sudden you start going through a bit of a slow period and no leads seem to come in for weeks or months. And then you start feeling stress, anxiety, you're worried, and then all of a sudden new leads come in again. This is sort of a never-ending cycle, and no business owner wants this. And what you do want is a framework that will help you predictably scale your business month on month, and take your revenue to 6 figures and beyond. So instead of having a cycle like this of leads coming in and then no leads and worrying, you just want to predictably and smoothly go up and up and up every month. And that's what this framework's going to allow you to do. So I call the framework the Social Flow Scaling System, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. This system works for coaches, creators, and service providers. So if you run an agency, if you're a content creator, maybe you're an author and you're releasing a book, you've got an online course, or you're a consultant, this will work for any of those type of businesses. It won't work for if you are an e-commerce business or you have a restaurant or something like that. This isn't going to work quite so well, but if you are one of these 3 sort of categories of business owner, then this is going to work really well for you. And this is the same sort of framework that multi-millionaire business owners use. So James Smith uses this system in the online fitness industry. Ali Abdaal uses this system in the YouTube and productivity niche. And Samuel Leeds sells property training and courses in this way as well. But it's not just them. You might recognise some of the people on the screen, and literally thousands of business owners have been using this system over the last few years for one reason. It works really, really well and it makes them a lot of money. So it's not just for big creators. I implemented this system for my client Ben. He's got less than 500 followers. However, he did have a proven offer, and what this system allowed Ben to do was make more than £62,000 in sales in less than 6 months. So just to give you a bit of background on who I am, my name is Luke. I'm the founder of Social Flow Marketing. I help coaches, creators, service providers and other business owners essentially launch products and build marketing and sales systems to help them scale to 6 figures and beyond. I've got a background in marketing, sales, I did a bit of web design as well, and essentially all of this has allowed me to become a funnel builder. And essentially I build funnels and help clients generate 6 figures in 2024, and that was in my first year of business. So here's the reason why you aren't growing. This is what most business owners' marketing activity kind of looks like. These are all things that can and do work for businesses, but if you're a small business, you need an entire system in place if you want any chance of growth, you want to gain any traction. Facebook ads without a system on the back end won't work. A website without a funnel is basically a glorified information board or an expensive leaflet. If you're posting on social media and you don't have a funnel on the back end, you might be getting loads of likes, or you might be getting loads of views on your videos, but what's the point if you're not monetizing it? And obviously if you're not looking to monetize it, then that's fine, but if you're trying to grow your business on the back end, you need to have a system in place to grow your business. So the first step is to look at your brand foundations. So we need to know your brand positioning, your target audience, and your core offer. And the reason I've got them in a little triangle like this is because we need to know all of them at the same time and lay the foundations correctly for your business. So first of all, we look at your brand positioning. And what I mean by this is what sets you apart from other business owners. So one of my clients, he's a property sourcer, and we were looking at the rest of the market and we just thought, what is he doing differently to other property sources that is going to set him apart from the rest of the competition? Then you need to look at your target audience. So you need to know your target audience and your ideal customer inside out. And this will allow us to write correct messaging on our emails, on our social media posts, on our sales pages, and just really speak to all their pain points and their goals. And that's essentially the big 2 things. Is we need to know their pains and we need to know what they want to achieve. Finally, we've got the core offer. So we need to basically enhance your offer to make it most desirable and most attractive to your target audience. So with these three things, positioning, target audience, and core offer, we've laid a really good foundation for the rest of your marketing and sales system. So then we need to map out your customer journey. So having a system in place for acquiring clients is the key to growth. A sales funnel essentially is like a step-by-step journey that you take people on from when they're a stranger to making a sale, essentially. You might not have a team and you can't make more hours in the day, so you need a system that's going to turn strangers into paying clients, so you know that the more you put in, the more you can get out. And this will then remove the bottleneck from your business, and the new bottleneck will be how much traffic you can put into the system or how many sales calls you can take. But that's another problem that we'll solve when we come to it. So what we're solving with this is essentially getting you loads and loads of booked appointments and leads for your business. So how do we do that? Next, we need to look at a high value lead magnet. So we need to create something so good that your customers would pay for it. Your ideal audience, who we've looked at before, we need to create something that they would be happy to pay for, and then we're going to give it to them for free. And this is going to be related to your core offer. So it might solve a step before the core offer. It might solve a smaller problem and reveal another problem. Or it might just create desire for your offer. So here are a few different types of lead magnets. So we've got templates, checklists, ebooks, we've got courses, webinars, community, so schools become really popular now. We've got demo calls if you're doing software, or maybe a product trial. It doesn't really matter which type of lead magnet you go for. There's not one that's better than the other. It just depends on your product and what's going to work for your core offer, and especially what your target audience would be interested in. So once we've created a lead magnet, this is an example of a lead page. And what a lead page is basically a website page that we house our lead magnet in. We've got a button here where people can click, and essentially they put in their name and email address, and then they can get our lead magnet for free. So this is one, as I mentioned Ben earlier, this is a lead magnet that we created together. So Ben was going to run a property webinar to attract people for his property mentorship, and this one worked really well. I think we had almost 100 people signed up for this webinar, and we got quite a lot of booked sales calls on the back end. So just to show you a glimpse of the stuff that was running on the back end then, so they would submit a form, and then we would add a tag, and we'd basically send them a bunch of emails full of value, warming up the audience ready for the webinar, but also positioning Ben, again positioning Ben as the expert in the space, and basically pre-framing them and pre-selling them on why Ben's business was the best way to go. So the next place that we were sending people to is the sales page, and this is essentially where this is for a course that we created with Ben. However, a lot of businesses like coaches and things like that who just have a one-to-one offer, then we would essentially use the sales page to get people to book a call with you, and we would this is how we're getting loads of booked appointments and people on sales calls. So in January 2025 alone, we got £78,000 worth of booked sales appointments for Ben, just using this system and putting traffic in the one end and getting sales calls out the other end. So you need to look at your marketing from the perspective of a funnel. So most businesses have a funnel. Most successful businesses use a funnel. You might just not have spotted them. So I recently bought a kitchen from Wren Kitchens, and I didn't realise it at the time, but I was actually in their funnel, and that's how they managed to sell me on their kitchen. So starts off, you might see Facebook ads from them, you might see TV adverts. Then you move on to their lead magnets. So they've got catalogs and they've got showrooms. So they've got great big showrooms with inspiration and design ideas for your kitchens. Then they've got design tools. So you've got a design tool online, or you can even book a free appointment to get your actual kitchen designed. And they'll even send someone out to measure up your kitchen, and it's all completely free. So this is the start of their sales process, but you don't even realize it because it's positioned as like a freebie. So this is a really powerful lead magnet. And then finally we've got their selling and we've got their offer. So they use a bit of scarcity and urgency. They've got special deals on all the time, and they will give you a price for your kitchen, and you know, you need to lock in the price. You need to put a deposit down to essentially lock in the price that you've got, because it could go up, it could go down. And another little bonus they've got is, you know, 7 years interest-free credit. Just little offer enhancers that make it much easier for me to say yes and spend that great amount of money on their kitchen. It's not just Wrens who use funnels. So just to quickly break down Samuel Leeds' funnel. So you might see Samuel Leeds' YouTube videos if you're in the property industry. You may see some of his ads, but they all essentially point people towards his £1 rent-to-rent crash course. So you pay £1, you go to a live event, and you get loads of free value essentially. And all this is doing is funneling people to, obviously he's going to provide loads of value at this live event, and then he's going to make people an offer. Maybe they'll buy a course, maybe they'll come on his mentorship program, and he'll have offer enhancers and all that different things. But you don't need to worry, because your funnel doesn't actually need to be that sophisticated. The funnel that I've used for most of my clients is actually really simple, and it's kind of embarrassingly simple really. It's literally looks like this. So we started off with Facebook posts, sending people to a lead magnet. Then we go to an email sequence, onto a sales page, and finally onto a sales call. And this is pretty much all you need to start with. If you're not doing hundreds of thousands a year at the moment, just getting a simple funnel setup will really set you on the right path to essentially just generate as many leads as possible every single month. So the more people that we put in this end, we'll know that the more people will get on sales calls. And that's obviously when you would look at scaling. You'd look at how can you make sales without doing the sales calls. But obviously, yeah, we'll cross those bridges when we come to it. But to start with, this is all you need. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you've got this far in the video, first of all, I want to say thank you. And second of all, I've got an offer for you. So I'm going to offer you completely for free. If you're a business owner or a content creator or anything like that, I will do a marketing audit on your business, looking at your content, your ads, your website, your funnel, if you've got one, your lead magnets and all that kind of thing. And if you don't have one, don't worry. And then what I'm going to do is I will give you a completely for free funnel strategy. Just like I build for my clients, I'm going to custom build you a strategy, and then we can hop on a call, discuss it. Don't worry, I'm not going to try and hard sell you or force you to become one of my clients or anything like that. You can take the strategy, take value from it. If you then, if we get on and you decide you want to become one of my clients and stuff like that, we can discuss about building your funnel for you and stuff like that. But this is completely no pressure. If you want to do this, click the first link in the description, and hopefully I'll be speaking to some of you soon.